So after you have conducted your primary user interviews, you're also going to need to conduct a stakeholder interview. So as you may recall, a stakeholder is anybody that would be interested in your product succeeding that isn't your primary user. Now, you should already have written a big list of stakeholders, so I want you to have a look through that and select one type of stakeholder, and from that, find a company that you think would sell your product or make your product or be interested in using your product. So for my stakeholder, I am going to pick Hobbycraft. So Hobbycraft, because I'm using an art material storage, I want to look at using Hobbycraft for who I have picked because they are most likely to be able to sell my product. Now, initially, I would like you all to email some real companies and try and get real feedback from them. The problem with doing it without the real feedback is you're always going to get a slightly skewed view, and if you don't interview somebody that's going to give you professional answers, then that may warp your results a little bit. So in the first instance, email a real stakeholder and see if you can get some feedback from them. If in the event you don't get any response from them and you've tried and you can't get it back, what you're going to want to do is to create a persona. So a persona is where you make up a person. So you say, I'm going to say Jennifer Newton, she's age 41, she's head of purchasing for Hobbycraft. And you will go and interview somebody that you know, so a parent, a teacher, another student, and they will have to pretend to be Jennifer Newton. If you have to do a persona, then you need to make that explicitly clear, like I have done next to my stakeholder profile here. So as you can see on the screen here, I've got a stakeholder profile with name, age, job, and hobbies, and then next to that, I've just given a brief rundown of what Hobbycraft is and why I decided to create a persona. Once you have done that, you need to pop onto this page the series of questions that you will already have written. So as you can see underneath the profile here, I've got 8 questions that are all relative to a stakeholder and not a primary user. What I've done is highlighted any keywords in red here, just to kind of show what it is what answers I'm looking to get from those questions. So I then would have emailed those questions off to my stakeholder, or I would have shown them to my persona. And from that, I will hopefully get some responses. Now, hopefully for the emailing, but you will definitely get some responses if you're using a persona. And once again, you need to show evidence of this. And you can see here that I've shown the email trail that I would have sent off to Hobbycraft that's giving me sending the questions and getting my answers back. Most likely with this one, you are going to have a screenshot if you have a real person. So it's going to be like an email or a chat window or social media. But if you've got a persona, then you can also use audio recordings if that is easier for you to do. The last box in the white space here would once again be your analysis. Now, from your responses, you are going to want to find your wants and needs that you're going to be putting into your wants and needs table. So any key phrases that you find that they tell you they want to see in a product, so maybe how it looks, how it should feel, how it, like, whether it's lightweight, whether it's waterproof, whatever that might be, that analysis needs to go in a little box onto this page. And like I have done, you can make it bold and highlight where the things are that are really, really key to your wants and needs. Once again, last step for this page is to fill in your next steps. If you do it now, it is 2 minutes, answer the questions in the box, and you will have got your next steps done.